proved to be one of the most important Premier League matches of the season, the meeting of the leaders Celtic and second place Aberdeen. With so much at stake, the game promised to be a classic and the big crowd were not disappointed. Your commentator is Jock Brown.
Apart from the absence of Tommy Burns through injury, that's a full-strength Celtic lineup with George McCluskey, the odd man out among Billy McNeil's three top strikers. And replacing him to face the club now managed by his former boss at Love Street is Frank McGarvey. And he'll be hoping to add to his 15 goals this season alongside the team's top marksman, Charlie Nicholas. Aberdeen prefer the strength and mobility of Neil Cooper in midfield to the more subtle talents of John McMaster, and that's the only change from the side which swamped Motherwell in midweek. And that means no place at the start for Gordon Strachan. So the match of the day, not only in Scotland but in Britain, starts fully 10 minutes late. The referee letting the players stay in the dressing room to allow the crowds to get into the stadium, and they certainly have done this match justice. There must be close on 45,000 people within Celtic Park at the moment, and happily they're not going to witness a farce, I don't think, because the thaw during the day has resulted in conditions improving to such an extent that the players are wearing a stud. Paul McStay starting right away going forward. McLeish's tackle. Now Provan. A clearance by McLeish. Eric Black being... Well, the linesman said it was handball by Black, but this time I'm sure the referee will give a free kick to Celtic. A hand-off on Davy Provan. And the referee with a vital role this afternoon is Bob Valentine from Dundee. So Provan with the free kick for Celtic. McAdams in the box. Rugby heading it clear. McLeod thumping it in, and Simpson redeeming himself by blocking the shot. That's Aberdeen's goal kick. Touched on by Bell, there's McGee. Black turning it back, and Kennedy now has Simpson on his right. It appeared to be handball. No, referee waves play on. This is Cooper. Just beyond Bell. Bonner quickly off his line to claim the ball. McLeish's header is won by McStay. Miller's going to that ball very sharply indeed. Had many options available for a pass out of defence. See if Nicholas has recovered from that damage to his knee. He appears to be all right now. Linking up with McGarvey. McGarvey again. And Leighton's positioning was good enough to make that look easy. Now McGee with Sinclair. Sinclair already establishing a reputation as being one of the best markers in the Scottish game. Peter Weir. That'll be a goal kick perhaps. No, the linesman gives the corner kick. I thought that Celtic were a shade unlucky there, but to their credit, there are no complaints from the Celtic players. Variation on the pattern from the corner kick. Kennedy playing it in. Rugby's up. Pushing Tom McAdam. Almost bouncing away agonisingly from Pat Bonner. So no luck for Doug Rugby. And this time McLeish is penalised for stretching over Charlie Nicholas. So Celtic's free kick. Just a bit too far out, I think, for a direct shot. McLeish with Nicholas. McStay and McLeod over the ball. Aberdeen dispensing with a wall. Rugby in quickly. Everyone back for Aberdeen except Eric Black for that free kick. Stuart Kennedy that time going across with Frank McGarvey. Nicholas stopped by McLeish. Now McStay to Provan. Tom McAdam trying to surprise Jim Leighton. The long range effort was hit very powerfully. So the move on the right breaking down for Celtic, but the ball breaking from Doug Bell straight to Tom McAdam. The left foot shot. He kept it down well, but wide of Leighton's post. Now Kennedy. Simpson goes outside him. McLeod in the way. Good play by Celtic. Aiken and McLeod combining. Kennedy stepping in with the tackle. Now Weir. Robbed by McGrain. Good play by the fullback. Provin's got the free in the right. That's for McGarvey. Leighton saves the first effort and McGarvey's header goes behind. Well, that was Celtic at their best. Frank McGarvey so close. McGrain set it a lot with a great challenge in Peter Weir. Charging forward now. He had Provan available on the right. But that great run from McGarvey picked out by McGrain, and Leighton's feet saved the day for Aberdeen. McLeish's clearance. Simpson, great ball to Kennedy. Didn't quite take it in his stride, and McLeod's tackling did the rest. McGarvey now with Nicholas on the left. Oh, a great play by Nicholas. McLeod leaving it to Aiken. McStay forced to use McGrain behind. Aberdeen of 9 men facing the ball. Passed on by Nicholas, away by Rugby. McGrain knew that Provan was there. Great awareness. Provan using McGrain as a decoy. Now using him for the pass. Into Nicholas, who's playing with only one boot. Well, magic again from Charlie Nicholas. He did that with only one boot. Provan and McGrain doing the damage on the right. Nicholas had space in the box, controlled it with the right sock, and the shot just over. McAdam's header. And Miller is penalised for pushing McGarvey. We'll have some sympathy with him there. McGarvey appeared to be holding him off, but the referee, to be fair, had a better view. McStay with a free kick. Great ball from McGarvey. And Nicholas scores a vintage opener. Well, goals don't come any better than that. 35 minutes on the clock. Nicholas gets his 37th of the season. Well, watch the build-up. The free kick from McStay, the backheeler from McGarvey, and the lethal finishing of Charlie Nicholas. And Celtic now take a deserved lead. McStay now asserting himself more and more in the midfield for Celtic. Pushing from behind by Willie Miller on Frank McGarvey. The free kick is given. Miller clearly disagrees. So Danny McGrain with a free kick. Nicholas coming wide. The clearance from Miller goes out. McGrain's throw. Nicholas on to McGarvey. Trying to turn away from McLeish. Good play from McGarvey again. The shot just too high. And McGarvey also springing to life in the last 15 minutes or so. The flick on from Nicholas. Now McGarvey had the option of playing it back to Nicholas. He turned well the first time, dragged it away from McLeish. The shot was always rising too quickly. McLeish looking for Weir on the far side. McGrain judged it well. McGrain still coming forward. He's covered all the way by Doug Bell. Now Kennedy for Aberdeen. Into the final minute of the first half. Neil Cooper. Simpson, there it is for Black. Beautiful finishing from Eric Black. One each and the Celtic defence can't believe it. Well, what an equaliser it was. Neil Cooper playing the ball through. It was the dummy here from Neil Simpson which caused the trouble. Through the legs of Sinclair. And look at that for finishing from Eric Black. Oh, Eric Black picks up his 12th goal of the season. And suddenly Aberdeen have been thrown a lifeline. Appeared to be well out of it. And the big crowd here at Celtic Park has gone quiet, quite stunned by that goal from Eric Black. Now Weir has McGee on the right. Into injury time now in the first half. McGee forcing his way forward. That did strike a hand, but the referee quite correct in my view, waving play on. The ball played Mark Reed. Now Miller. McGarvey it was, tackling back fiercely, forcing Miller into the inaccurate forward pass, which has given Celtic the throw. Cooper, there's Weir. Cooper not happy with the challenge from Nicholas after the ball had gone. Earlier picture, but the referee did have a word with Charlie Nicholas. And so did Neil Cooper for that matter. Now Kennedy to Cooper. Weir. Black is there again! And Aberdeen are in front! Eric Black doing what he does so well, those headers from the near post. And Celtic really cannot believe it. Again, Cooper started the move, as he did with the first goal. Weir was wide in the right with too much space from a Celtic point of view. A good near post cross. Black was there before Bonner, and the ball went in at the far post. So Eric Black, incredibly, has turned the match round for Aberdeen, and they go in at half-time now, leading by 2-1. Quite remarkable end to the first half. Black is the hero going off. And suddenly the match has been turned upside down. Celtic appear to be in command, now trailing at half-time by 2-1, and don't miss the second half. Welcome back to the match, which is now living up to its billing as being one of the top matches of the season. Celtic going in at half-time 2-1 down, and for my money a bit unlucky, and they still may face Gordon Strachan before the afternoon's over. Warming up on the track at the start of the second half. There's Mark McGee. McAdam again judging the tackle well and getting the rebound from McGee to win the throw. McLeish with the header. There's Black. Bell looking for McGee. Bell makes it just in front of Reid. This is Kennedy. There's McGee. And that was McGrain who saved the day for Celtic with a clearing header. McGee appeared to have a great chance to head that home. Bonner was certainly beaten. Let's see the part play by Danny McGrain here. Bell does well initially, gets the ball in front of Mark Reid. Kennedy up on the overlap. The cross now swinging away from Bonner, and there was McGrain, and just in front of McGee. The anxious Celtic bench. No sign of Billy McNeil, he's still in the director's box. Now Nicholas taking on Kennedy and Bell. Still coming forward. Nicholas going all the way and winning the corner kick off Willie Miller. Well, I really don't know how he got through that ruck of players. The Celtic now piling on the pressure on the Aberdeen defence. Provin's corner kick. Leighton's committed again. This time he takes it in two hands. Eric Black on the break. McGee's the only man up for Aberdeen with him. Well, he did well with the cross, but no one was up. And McGrain clears it. Now Rugby. To Weir. Beautiful little shuffle. Still Weir. Well, that looked suspiciously like a free kick, but the referee waves play on as Aiken comes forward. McStay to McLeod, plays the early ball so competently, Paul McStay. Provan to Reid. Provan still on the left. Chip ball to Aiken. There's Mother McLeod. Miller's header out. McStay playing it wide to let Mark Reid start something from the left. Bell stepping in. Can he keep it in? Not quite. Would have been a good break, and the Aberdeen bench not at all happy about that decision. Archie Knox and Alec Ferguson gesticulating to the linesman. Now Provan. Interested spectator is the Scotland manager, Jock in the director's box. There's Charlie Nicholas. Now Reid to Provan. Going past Kennedy. Good effort by Provan. Well spotted by Leighton. So Provan causing the problems, taking the pass from Reid. Look how he leaves Kennedy coming inside. That swerving shot well taken by Leighton. There's McStay for Celtic. Left for Aiken, now McGrain. Provan on the touchline, switched back to the right. McGrain's gone forward. Miller nipping it back, and Provan get there first. Well, it finished up to be a sprinting race to get to that ball, and Leighton eventually gathered it. Now Kennedy. McGee turning in the air, he's coming through on his own. There's Black. Eric Black's hat-trick, and that could tie up the match for Aberdeen. Lethal finishing once again from the youngster. 26 minutes into the second half. Kennedy flighting it forward. Now Sinclair's had a lot of problems in the air, challenging with McGee. McGee driving forward. Black stepped in, totally convincing in that finishing shot, and that's 3-1 to Aberdeen. Oh, the Aberdeen dugout. They must have felt that they were quite relaxed on their 2-1 lead, but that extra goal makes such a difference. Eric Black now has scored with his head, with his right foot, and with his left foot. A match to remember. And Celtic now going for Brock, bringing on George McCluskey in place of a defender, Mark Reid. There's Provan. Can he take on Rugby? Waiting for some support to arrive. They're behind him in the form of Danny McGrain. We're into the final minute of the match. That's McStay towards McCluskey. Now Nicholas. Found room for the shot. Well, into the space well, Charlie Nicholas.
So the final score 3-1 for Aberdeen, and after the match Alec Ferguson reflected on an important victory, looking back first on that opening 45 minutes.
Well, I felt once I got in at half time and there was 1 or 2 little, we switched Bell and Simpson and we felt that, I felt anyway very confident. When I say very confident, I felt the worst was over, and having the lead second half we played much better.
Yeah, so about half an hour into the second half and you did add to the lead, and Eric Black again.
Yeah, it was a ball played in for the right side of the park, and Mark McGee sort of turned his marker, and I thought, you know, he could have got to it, but Eric Black, he beat him to it, took it very, very well too with the left foot. I mean, it's a long time since a player scored a hat-trick at Celtic Park, and an opposing player, and probably go down in the history books.
And in a very important game, a game that you had to do again without Gordon Strachan. How is he coming back after the injury?
Well, the situation was that I was prepared to use Gordon if I felt we had to, you know, that if the game was against us, because he's such an influence in our team and such a really good, a great player. And look, he must play. He's not fit. Let's be honest about that. He's not fit because he hasn't played. And we were very unfortunate we didn't get a game from during the week because of the indifferent weather. So that we have a game lined up for him Monday at Forfar, and hopefully that will give him the wee bit edge back in his game, because he'll need the game before the cup tie next.